Is 1.4 practice. All right, task 8. This diagram is a straight edge and compass construction. As we know, straight edge just means they used a ruler. They didn't measure stuff. They just used it to draw straight lines. And compass means they made some circles. All right, so task 9. A is the center of one circle. Okay, center of that circle. Okay, and B is the center of the other. B is right there. Okay, great. Okay, explain how we know that triangle ABC is equilateral. So this triangle, how do we know that this is equilateral? Well, what does equilateral mean? Equilateral means equal side length all the way around. So equi means equal, lateral means side, so equilateral means equal sides. So all of these three sides must, according to this definition of equilateral, right? How do we know that that is equilateral? Pause the video, answer the question. Task 10. All right. A, B, and C are the centers of the three circles. Okay, there's a circle there, center C. Here's a circle here, center A. Here's a circle here, center B. Okay, great. Okay, how many equilateral triangles are in this diagram? Again, we just talked about what equilateral means. It means that the sides of the triangle are all the same length. Okay, how many of them are there in this diagram? And you know, you can name them. You just have to give me 3 letters for each one, right? What are the corners of the triangle you're talking about? Boom. Pause the video. Answer the question. Task 12. This diagram is a straight edge and compass construction. A is the center of one circle. And B is the center of the other. You have to make those sound effects, otherwise it's no good. All right, select all true statements. So which of these statements must be true? Okay, so you just have to go through and check. You know, which ones are they that are true, right? Look at each one individually. Don't be like, oh, I'm going to do this or that. No, just like slow down. AC equals BC. From A to C is the same as from B to C. Is that true or not? You decide. Remember thinking about the main concepts for this class, which is radius. So identify radii and see what that can tell you. All right, answer the question. Pause the video, answer the question. Right? Which ones must be true? Task 13. Line segment CD is the perpendicular bisector of line segment AB. Okay, so CD right here, this line segment is the perpendicular bisector, right? Perpendicular means it hits at a right angle, right? Anything that hits at a right angle, 90 degrees, is going to have this little square next to it, right? If they're telling you that it's 90 degrees. Perpendicular bisector. Bisect means to cut into two halfway. So bi means two, sect means to cut. So bisector means cut in two. So this segment here, CD, cuts segment AB perfectly in half, and it hits at a right angle. That's what the perpendicular part is, okay? All right, so that's the given information. Now, this is the question. Is line segment AB the perpendicular bisector of segment CD, right? Does AB cut this one perfectly in half and meet at a right angle? Pause the video. Answer the question. Task 14. In the applet below, there are 2 points on the plane. That's this applet right down here, this little workspace. Using only a straight edge, that means, right, a line or a segment or a ray, and only the tools that you have here. Can you find points in this plane, right, this flat area here, right, it's not 3D, it's just 2D, that are the same distance from points A and B, right? Can you find places that are exactly the same distance away from both points, just using these tools? If you can, then great. Explain how you can. If you can't, then great. Explain why it doesn't work. That's it. Next. Oh, pause the video, answer the question. All right, down here for 16 and 17, it says using only a compass. That's this tool right here, right? Can you find points in the plane that are the same distance from points A and B? Now, this is the workspace for this, you know. Can you do this using only a compass? Explain your reasoning. If you can, explain why it works. And maybe just like show how you would do it, right? And if you can't, then explain why it won't work. Next. Oh, pause the video. Answer the question. Next. Task 18. In this diagram, line segment CD, that's this one right here, is the perpendicular bisector of line segment AB, which means that this line here, CD, cuts this one in half. So AB is getting cut in half by CD, and because it says perpendicular up here, it means that it's cutting it at a right angle, right? Okay. Assume the conjecture that the set of points equidistant from A and B is a perpendicular bisector of AB is true. Okay, that sentence right there. Let me see if I can do this. This sentence right here, right? This one right here. Yeah, there's a lot here. But look, they're just saying that if you're on this line segment somewhere, assume that if you are on that line segment, whether you're at C, or you're at M, or you're at D, or you're somewhere in between, you are going to be the same distance away from A as you are from B. Okay? Right? So if you're on this line segment, you must be the same distance away from A as you are from B. Okay? That's what that sentence that I highlighted means. Then it says, okay, and then this thing right here, which is getting hidden by that stuff, that AB with the upside down T, CD, that means that AB is perpendicular to CD. That's a piece of given information, but we have that information because we have this little square here right in the corner. That means that that's 90 degrees or perpendicular. All right, so you have to select all statements that are true, that must be true down here, right? Take them one at a time. Look at the first one. Is this one true or false? Look at the diagram, figure it out. Then just go on to the next one and the next one. If it's true, then check it. If not, then don't, and move on to the next one. Pause the video, answer the question. Task 19. This diagram was constructed with straight edge and compass tools, meaning all you got is circles and straight lines here, right? Name all segments that have the same length as segment AC. Okay? Well, what do we say about these diagrams? Always look for radii. If you can find a radius, see how many of them you can find. Okay, so anyway, that's a big hint, right? So see if you can find all the segments that have the same length as AC. Pause the video. Answer the question. Task 20. Starting with two marked points, A and B, precisely describe the straight edge and compass moves required to construct the quadrilateral ACBD in this diagram, right? Basically, this is another one of those things where it's like, imagine you only have point A and point B on a blank page. What were the steps that they made? What are the steps that they did in order to make that diagram? And remember, if you're going to tell me that you're going to make a circle, I need two pieces of information. I need to know what the radius is, right? The distance from the center out to the edge. And I need to know where the center is. So remember, in this case, you're only starting with 2 points, point A and point B. Point C and point D and these line segments and these circles are not here. You're just starting with a blank slate except for point A and point B. What are the steps that you would need to take? Pause the video, answer the question. Task 21. In the construction, A is the center of one circle and B is the center of the other. Okay, A is the center of this circle and B is the center of this circle. Okay, great. And what are we looking for? That's right. We're looking for radii. Okay, great. And then that'll help us look at this and understand what is going on in this diagram. Okay, so that's our given information. So which segment has the same length as AB? Okay, so you look through here and you test each one. Is the first one the same length as AB? Is the second one the same length as AB? Is the third one the same length as AB? Is the last one the same length as AB? Right? Answer the question.